Hello, in this video, let's do a problem using perfectly competitive markets and should they stay in business and how to find profit maximization. So we've got an entrepreneur doing freelance photography. Following table shows marginal cost of taking these pictures. Price getting a picture taken is 50 bucks. Let's assume that the picture taking industry is perfectly competitive, which means everybody's going to sell the same price at $50. Okay. Fixed costs are going to be 300. How many pictures should they take to maximize profit? So what we're going to actually find is where is the marginal revenue equal to the marginal cost, or at least the last unit where marginal revenue exceeds marginal cost. Okay, so we know marginal revenue. What we don't know is marginal cost. Actually, we do know marginal cost. We're given that in a table. Then we need to calculate the entrepreneur's profits and then figure out what's going on in the short run or the long run. Okay, well, here's the table, and that is to just follow it down. One way to do this is to look at, immediately we see it's 9, right? But you could also go through and say, okay, the marginal cost of the first unit is 20, and then we sell it for 50. Should we do it? And the answer is yes. And then yes, 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 all the way to 9. Okay, but you should not sell the 10th unit because the 10th unit's marginal cost is higher than the marginal revenue. Okay, so the answer to the first part is 9. Okay, so now we need to calculate their profits when they're earning 9. Okay, so to do that, I need to know what is total cost, because profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. So I can actually figure all this out in Excel. Okay, so I'm going to change up the numbers just a little bit to make it more economicsy type thing, if that is a term. Okay, so I've got quantities, and I don't care about quantity 0, so we'll do quantity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all the way down to 12. And then we're going to go, we know the marginal cost, and actually we know the fixed cost too. So we've got the fixed cost here. The fixed cost we're told in the problem is 300. Okay, so 300, we'll just copy that all the way down. Marginal costs here are going to be 20, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and 65. Okay, what I want to know is what is the variable cost, okay, because that's going to give me my total cost. Okay, and so the variable cost represents the change in the cost after we've produced more units. Okay, I guess I'm going to put in 0 as whatever. Okay, so 0 is 300, and then there are no marginal costs there. Okay, so to get this, I can actually write a formula where I take the fixed cost, well, the variable cost can be 0, and I can write a formula where it's fixed cost plus variable cost will give me my total cost. Okay, and so what is the additional cost in producing that first unit is 20. Okay, now I was already incurring 20, so with the formula here for this one is we want to have the previous variable cost plus whatever the marginal cost is. Now I can only do this because the quantities are going up in linear fashion by 1. Okay, because the marginal cost is technically, it's the change in total cost divided by the change in quantity. Well, the change in quantity is 1 every time, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I'll just copy that formula all the way down, and now it filled in my total cost column. Okay, so now I'm good there. Okay, and then I want to know total profit, so I'll just do total revenue. Okay, and total revenue is the quantity times, in this case, 50, because we're selling each picture for 50 bucks. So we'll just copy that down, and then our profit is just going to be total revenue minus total cost. So total revenue minus total cost, and that makes sense because I'm losing money on that first unit. Okay, so I'll just copy that all the way down, and it looks like we're always losing money. Okay, so this gets into that second question. Calculate the entrepreneur's profits when they produce 9 units. Okay, so that's going to be 130. Okay, that's the best that we can do there. We'll make that kind of a orangey color. So this is profit. I'll call this PM for profit maximization. Okay. Now I can be right there, but I want to produce to the quantity where we're marked. So I'm going to produce beyond that 8th unit, even though the profit is the same there. Okay. So I'm always losing money, or rather the entrepreneur is. So this is the best they can do. So in the short run, we like to say they should go ahead and stay open, but produce there. Now, if they shut down in the short run, they got to pay the $300. So losing 130 is better than losing 300. So that's why they're going to produce in the short run. Okay. So that's that short run issue there, right? That's the explanation, right? In the short run, you can't change your fixed costs, so you might as well produce and lose $130 rather than losing the whole 300. Now, in the long run, they should what's called exit the market, okay? Because the price isn't high enough for the firm to make a profit. Now, in case we can actually do, because we're doing this in a spreadsheet, we can actually change the price. Let's just change let's go P equals something. Move that over one. Just got it here. Okay, well, the price was 50. So let's change our formula here. So we got equals this times this. Now I have to tell Excel that I'm not going to change it. So I do that by putting dollar signs in front of the cell, so it's going to lock that cell into O1. Okay, so copy that down. Okay, that didn't change the numbers because it's always 50. All right, well, what about 60? Right. Well, now we're getting closer. What about 65? Okay, now we can actually make a profit here, right? So some profit, right about there. So when the price is 65, what about the price is 62? No, we're always going to lose at 62. 63, we're getting close. So yeah, so $64 or maybe $63.50. Yeah, there we go. $63.50 has a break-even point. Okay, this can all be calculated also by finding the average total cost. But if you were just messing around with a spreadsheet, you can change the price and then see where the profit is. So that's part of the power of doing this on a spreadsheet. There you go.